This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. Here's a quick spoiler warning for the new episode of The Bad Batch. I do think this spoiler is kind of obvious, but I just need to give a warning just in case. I have two quick theories that I have about The Bad Batch that I want to bring up before the next episode airs tonight. But also I just have a few fun predictions that I want to see if I'm right about. These two predictions are about both Omega and what will ultimately happen this season, and how it could possibly lead to a clone rebellion. So, first, is Omega Force sensitive, or is it something else? Honestly, I feel like Omega probably won't be Force sensitive, especially because I feel so similar to the Mandalorian. But maybe they will. But I think that Omega actually is sort of like a central inhibitor chip, and that is her modification, with the exception of her gender. And the main reason I think this is both because her name is essentially means the end in the Greek alphabet, and on the other hand, she's able to seemingly read the mind of clones and know when they're there, and I think that is because she is a central processor, a living one, to control the clone's inhibitor chips, and that's why the Kaminoans wanted her to be able to get away, because if the Empire does turn up and turning on them and getting rid of clones, then they will be able to manipulate the Bad Batch into deactivating all of the inhibitor chips through Omega. And this could work in a few different ways. It could either be, like I said, the clones being taken away by the Empire, and the Kaminoans doing this as a revenge plan, or the Bad Batch realizes this and use her to help disable the inhibitor chips and clones after learning about it, most likely from Captain Rex. And after they do it, there will be a clone rebellion. But if the Omega theory is wrong, I think there's one last way to justify a clone rebellion, which is to basically do the reverse of what the Kaminoans did to Crosshair, and when they do it, they could actually take Crosshair's and everyone else's inhibitor chip and some kind of beam or some kind of signal that disables them, and then the clones will have the ability to make their own decisions again, with many being able to turn on the Empire, but some will still remain loyal and see almost no problem in what the Empire has done, which I do think is possible because there are some that are completely loyal, like the Coruscant Guard, but some, like the 501st members, are the majority of them, because some probably are loyal. They'll probably get them out of the 212. Maybe even Commander Cody himself will get freed, and if this isn't in response to the Empire getting rid of clones, this could be the reason they decide to get rid of clones, which would be very interesting to have a clones versus clones battle, where they're now free to make their own decisions once again. I think this would be the really perfect ending to the first season, giving them a much needed victory, and finally returning the clones to who they are. I think that this is a very fun way to do it, and if it does go the Omega route, I could even see her having to sacrifice herself, which would be a very dramatic moment. That would be a complete opposite of what happened with Grogu in The Mandalorian, where they are not able to save her, and she has to sacrifice herself to save everyone else. Honestly, I don't know if they would do that, but I feel like that'd be a really interesting way to do it. And I feel like almost guaranteed there's going to be a plot about a clone rebellion, whether it's the way I said, or they go more the way they did in the original Battlefront 2, with the Kaminoans making clones to only serve them because they're fed up with the way Empire is treating them, and Boba Fett could be leading the strike or something like that. But ultimately, I think it's just a really good idea, and I do hope to see it, but of course, there's nothing really I can guarantee. And one last quick mini theory is because Tom Kane suffered a stroke and, from what I heard, is not able to voice act anymore, if they continue to do the open narration, they might do it in the form of the clone journals and have them narrating over, sort of like they did in Battlefront 2, the original one, which I think would be an even cooler idea. But please tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please like the video, leave some comments, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. And may the Force be with you.